Before the video starts, I just want to apologize for how I sound. I was sick while recording this, and I just want to apologize for being off-centered, because, you know, I don't have a cameraman standing behind my phone watching me as I record my stuff. So, yeah, sorry about that, but enjoy. Hey everyone, it's Trent, and I'm back with another video. I mentioned in my last video that this video is going to be a story time video. Everybody's been requesting a story time, and my life isn't all that interesting, but I was able to think of a story for you guys that I honestly completely forgot about. Then my friend reminded me of it, and I was like, oh my god, that'd be a good story to tell. Back when this happened, I was going to make a video on it, but it was too relevant at the time, and I didn't want anybody to get upset that it involved. But it's been over a year now, so I can gladly and openly talk about this. As you tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys a story of how I got cheated on with Austin Mahone. I mean, it was obviously a catfish, but that's for later on in the story. So anyways, let's get into this. So this all started in January of last year. I started talking to this one girl, and we're gonna call her, what's a good name? We're just gonna call her Sarah. So Sarah and I started talking back in December of 2015, and in January of 2016, we kind of made it official. I mean, we were only together for like not even a month, so I don't really count it as anything. But yeah, that's just the background of our relationship, I guess. We talked for about a few weeks, and then we got together in January. Honestly, it was nothing serious. It was just like one of those like little crush type deals. And obviously it wasn't ever gonna go anywhere to begin with, but in the moment it seemed like it was going to. But looking back, I was obviously very oblivious. I mean, I'm already an oblivious person as it is, and I can't ever see where things are gonna go. I just kind of go with it. But, you know, that's besides the point. Enough about me. Back to Sarah. Her and I, we got along really well. There was never any issues at all. We were very similar in like personalities and our morals and our viewpoints and our perception of things. We were like very similar people. At least that's what I thought. And later I found out that she pretty much lied to me, and she wasn't at all who she said she was. And I guess it's kind of my own fault because we never met in person. That's kind of embarrassing to say, but we didn't. She lived a half hour away, and I just got my license too. So every time I tried to go and meet her, she always had some kind of excuse. And I honestly began to wonder if she was the one that was catfishing me. Which, obviously she wasn't a catfish, but, you know, that still doesn't mean that she wasn't out there being catfished herself. Well, after about 2 or 3 weeks of us being official, she started to become really distant. It didn't really bother me that much because, as I said, it was nothing serious. But I saw that she actually blocked me on Facebook. And I thought that was very weird that she would just randomly block me after not talking to me for a few days. So I texted her, and she told me that she didn't want to be with me. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And then my friend sent me a screenshot of her being in a relationship with this dude named Alan. And she'd been with him since November of 2015. Which was a month before her and I started talking. I was kind of hurt a little bit that I was being cheated on, but the pain went away once I, you know, dug into it a little bit deeper. I sent her the screenshot that my friend sent me, and I asked her about it. I was like, hey, what's up with this? Why didn't you tell me? If you were with somebody, then why did you try to get with me? You know, I was trying to figure things out and put all the pieces together. She ended up blocking my number too after, like, me blowing up her phone because she wouldn't answer me. But then I realized something about that Alan profile. It looked very, very similar to Austin Mahone. And I know, it's crazy, because at this time, Austin Mahone was like kind of relevant, but not really. He was more relevant back in like the 2012 to 2014 era. So around this time, he kind of wasn't all that relevant anymore. But it still kind of blew my mind that it looked so similar to him. I did a little research, and I actually looked up this profile on Facebook. Sure enough, the profile pictures were of Austin Mahone. Like, all of them. On his cover photo, profile pictures, everything. Everything was of Austin Mahone. Which really confused me because Austin Mahone is a pretty popular guy. He has a pretty big name for himself. So I was really confused as of how Sarah didn't know that this was a fake profile. And so I wanted to know if she knew, or if she was just playing dumb, or if she just went to any extent to not be with me. This was her way out. I don't know what it was. So I was trying to figure it out. I was just as confused as you guys probably are right now. I don't even know if the story's making sense. And honestly, it still doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, besides the point, I had to figure it out, everything that was going on, just because for one, I'm nosy, and for two, I'm a type of person that needs closure. So I ended up direct messaging her on Twitter. I asked her if she was aware that she was dating a fake profile, and she cheated on me with a fake profile. And she was so stuck on the fact that he was not a fake profile. She honestly believed that his name was Alan and that he was a real person because she claimed that she FaceTimed him and all this other stuff. And I tried to tell her, like, no, that dude's name is Austin Mahone. And I even Googled pictures of Austin Mahone with Austin Mahone in the search bar and sent it to her. And she claimed that it was Photoshop and she didn't believe me. And I was just really baffled. Like, how did you not know that that was a fake profile? And the pictures that are being sent to you and the pictures on the profile are of a famous teen sensation. Like, how are you not aware of this? I don't think anybody could be as oblivious as I am or as ignorant as I can be sometimes. But this just, like, sealed the deal. She honestly didn't believe that it was a catfish. Because apparently she was so head over heels for him or her. I don't even know if it was a him or her or who was behind that profile. But anyway, she was head over heels for whoever that was. And she really wanted nothing to do with me, which was fine. I didn't want anything to do with her. I just wanted her to know that she was being catfished. But you know, she still didn't believe it. And she ended up blocking me from everything. Honestly, to this day, almost 2 years later, I honestly don't know if she ever did, like, come to terms with the fact that it was a catfish and that she was dating some random stranger that could have been a guy or a girl, that could have been an old dude or a 10-year-old. I don't think she even knew, and I don't know what happened with that, and I don't really even care, to be honest with you. I just thought it would be a pretty good story to tell. Oh, a little side note. Turns out that Sarah is actually in jail now. So back to what I said earlier about her not being honest with me about who she was and everything. Apparently she had a few charges on her. She had a warrant out for her. You know, various different kind of crimes that she committed. And eventually she ended up getting arrested. None of that I knew of. She seemed like a really nice person, and I don't usually date people like that. So, I guess I kind of played myself as she was getting played. It was like a three-way playing session here, okay? So she was getting played by a catfish, and I was getting played by her. And I was getting played by her because she was getting played by the catfish, and the catfish was also playing me. But the catfish didn't know about me, and it was just a big mess. Honestly, I don't even know if that story made sense. I mean, just me talking and saying it out loud, it sounds pretty made up, but I promise you it's not. Because, you know, I'm keeping my channel as genuine as possible. Like, this was a real thing that happened to me. And I never really told anybody this story. I mean, I told my closest friends before. But, you know, saying it out loud, it's really weird. Because I feel like I'm an idiot, and I kind of feel like my life is just like a movie sometimes. Like this isn't really happening. I'm just being punked. But yeah, that's the time that I got cheated on with Austin Mahone. As I said, I hope this story time made sense, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, share with your friends if you want to, and subscribe if you are new. Comment down below any videos that you would like to see. I post videos every single Saturday, and be sure to tap the bell to be notified whenever I post, because I do post every Saturday, but it's at random times. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support, and see you guys in the next video.